Hi everyone, I'm Nunzio and you're watching Manager Minutes Episode 2. It's my goal to help you close the gap between what you planned to do to grow your business and what you're actually doing to grow your business, in hopefully 5 minutes or less. In this episode, I want to go back to basics and cover setting goals effectively. I want to do this because from the stories that I get from the entrepreneurs that I talk to on a weekly basis, I'm hearing that people understand how to set goals, they know the theory of why goals are important, and they have an idea of how to set them, but very few of them actually put the steps in place to help them achieve those goals and then build the momentum to keep achieving the next set of goals. Goal setting isn't just for New Year's, halfway through the year, strategic planning sessions. I want to help you get good at it all year round. So in order to start setting good goals, we have to make sure that they're measurable. We want to be able to measure your outcomes, your efforts, the actions that you're taking towards achieving whatever the outcomes are that you're looking for. The idea here is that we want to be able to look down at any progress that you're making and figure out what's working, what's not, what needs to be changed, or what's a new experiment that you might be able to try. So let's talk about a quick example. If you're a small service business and you have a signature program that you're trying to offer, how are you measuring the success of your sales materials, right? Are you tracking the conversations that you have? Are you tracking the kinds of conversations that you're having? Are you tracking the words that you're using, who you're reaching out to, when you're reaching out to them, how you're reaching out to? These are all things that we can measure and then map against our efforts to figure out, okay, do we have the right target market? Are we offering a value that people actually know that they have or need if it's a pain point, and then building from there. If my goal is just to have more sales, it gets really hard to measure. So on the heels of more, quote unquote, I use my air quotes on that, I want to talk about actionable. Are the things that you're putting in place, the roadmap to achieving your goals, are they real actions that you can take? I talk to a ton of people that want to be more, that want to have more, that want to do more, but when it comes to talking about what they're really doing, they have no clear actions, right? It's a lot of daydreaming, it's a lot of well-wishing, a lot of wantrepreneuring, really. When we're talking about actions, we want to make sure that they're tying directly to some kind of activity that you can control, right? You can control the amount of emails that you send in a day. You know, if you're in a business where you're primarily on the phone, you can control how many dials you make. Right? These are real actions that are quantifiable, that fall right back into being able to measure in terms of the effectiveness of our efforts to see where they are measuring, quote unquote, up against the goals that we have for ourselves. Lastly, we need to make sure that the goals that we're setting for ourselves are realistic, right? Can we honestly commit to the time and the resources that it's going to take to make something succeed? Or are we setting too far a reach so that when we look at it every day in our journals or however you're planning, something Google Calendar, it's just something that ends up living there because it's so big and so ambiguous that there's a hard decision that you have to make in terms of where to start. By all means, your goals should challenge you, right? That's how we make real progress. But they also have to be rooted in some kind of reality because we all have the same time constraints, in any given day. A lot of people have financial constraints. You might have emotional constraints depending on what kind of product or service or the work that it's going to take to put into getting your goals achieved. So ask yourself, based on all the stuff that I'm dealing with today, can I still stretch myself and make this goal a reality for myself, right? Can I actually control the actions, separate from the outcomes right now, but can I do the work that I need to? Can I commit to doing the work that I need to do to give this goal a shot at coming to fruition? So I know that there are a ton of organizational systems, there are a ton of goal setting frameworks, a ton of decision making frameworks, but the next time you sit down and you're looking at the progress that you need to make in your business, I just want you to remember these three things, right? Are your goals quantifiable? Are they measurable? Are they actionable? And are they realistic? If you keep those three things, those three core concepts at the heart of any goals that you're setting for yourself, you're setting yourself up for a real chance at success down the line. I'm Nunzio. You've just finished watching episode 2 of Manager Minutes, and I'll see you in the next one.